Welcome to all of my replay viewers. Please know that by tapping on the screen, you can leave me some love as you watch the replay. Did you love that scene? The mountains. It's gorgeous. If you're catching this replay on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And although you can't give me hearts, you can give me a thumbs up. And that's always appreciated. Hello everyone, this is Marjorie Phoenix, author of the book Who the Hell Do You Think You Are? A book that is my memoir, and I talk about my experience going from a upper-class stay-at-home mom to being homeless and penniless in 24 hours, and my journey in overcoming that situation. I'm also the founder of the Forgotten Women's Project, which is an organization I founded to help women after they've gone through abuse and trauma reclaim their life back. And we do that through retreats and workshops. And I'm also a speaker and a publisher. So I want to welcome you to my scope this morning. I just want to share something with you today. Hello, welcome, the Angels Talk. I work with an organization that was there for me when I was going through my crisis. They are a ministry. And I have the opportunity now that I am in college, I'm working my business, that I can go back and work with this organization and help women who are going through the same thing. And I have to tell you, right now we're dealing with a single mom that has 5 children. And I believe 2 are autistic and 1 has Down syndrome. Now, this woman is a single mom right now. And just to set the record straight, this is not a woman who has 5 kids from 5 different men. This woman had a husband, and all of these kids have the same father. And this was not the life that she signed up for. Just like I didn't sign up for the experience that I had either. But he's in jail now, and she's left on her own. And this woman rented a place, and it was full of mold, and it was causing her children to become sick, and her slumlord would not do anything to fix it. So she wrote a letter to the housing authority, and this in turn got her evicted. She was evicted, DCF got involved, all of these horrible things started happening to her. And now this woman has been living in a hotel for almost a month now with her 5 children. There were days she could not even send her children to school because she couldn't wash their clothes. The one car that she has, which is over 10 years old, you can't imagine. No, you can't. This is why I'm sharing this, because I want people to know. The one car that she has would not work. It took a community. It took social services, small social services that really don't have a big budget to get this car fixable for her to get her kids to school, get her clothes washed. People out the kindness of their hearts washing all of her clothes, putting her up in a hotel and pleading out there on Facebook and social media. Is there anyone that will rent a place to this woman? She gets disability for her children. She can afford to pay. This isn't a woman who's just sitting around on her loins. She just wants a home, security for her and her children. But she has this eviction now from this slumlord. She has DCF on her tail. This is in Florida. And the school put one of her kids out because he didn't have an address. I mean, it was just horrible. Now, I've gone through this. I've gone through homelessness, not for as long as she has. And I didn't have as many children. But when I think about that, this woman is like the last leg left in my life right now is my children. This is what I have. This is what I live for. And for them to come after my children, she would lose her mind. I know what she's feeling. And I'm telling you this to let you know, we believe that people in these situations, like they're lazy, like we don't understand. You don't understand unless you've lived in it. Just like Angel Talk said, I can't even imagine. Most people can't. And because they can't imagine, They don't even know what to do about a situation like this. And you know what gets me the most angry? Is that people speak with some sort of authority on these sorts of situations with no knowledge. No knowledge at all. And they make judgments and criticism about mothers who have 5 children and are homeless and not knowing what her backstory is, about women that are on welfare and been there for a long time, not knowing the community that she lives in, has no jobs, has nothing. I live in a small county here in Florida, and the unemployment rate is high. The jobs here are minimal. If you don't have transportation, you're in trouble because there is no public transportation. So without a car, you can't get around. This is serious. And yet this is happening every day in our backyards. And some of us are whining and complaining. When we have a roof over our head, we can afford to. This is why I tell you, every day I am grateful. You know, I came from a situation where I was left with nothing, just the clothes on my back. And I had to rebuild my life. And I remember when I moved into my apartment, and I pray for this miracle for her. I was getting ready to go into a shelter. And it was by the grace of God, a friend from high school said, I am not going to let that happen. You find that apartment, and I'm going to put the down payment to move you in. Could you believe that? Almost $1,400 for me to move into my apartment. And I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent because I still didn't have a job. And you know what she said? She said, don't you worry about that. You get that apartment, the job will come. Do you know the same day, it was a miracle. The same day I got approved for this apartment was the same day I got a job. A part-time minimum wage job still wasn't enough, but I am still in this apartment today. And within 6 months, my apartment was fully furnished. Secondhand, but guess what? Fully furnished. When I tell you fully, the only thing that I bought was a toaster. Towels, sheets, dishes, everything. People came from everywhere. The community got together. And at first I would ask, why did this happen to me? Like, why did my ex-husband do this to me? Why was I left in this situation? Why? And then as I looked around and I saw the blessings flow and I saw what people were doing, I said, why me, Lord? Why am I being blessed like this? And I still ask that sometimes when I look at how far I have been able to come and what I've been able to do. And I see a situation, I say, why me? Why not her? Why not her? Send her the same blessing you send me, send her. But the blessings happened through people. It happened through people like you guys. It happened because people gave a crap. And they wanted to do something. And that is really going to be the only thing. You're welcome. That is going to be the only thing that's going to help this woman is for people to come together. It's not the government. It's not welfare. Y'all think welfare, y'all think the government, you think all of these things are really helping people's quality of lives? It is not. It's a crab in the bucket system. So really you should be feeling sorry for people who have to live on that. Because once they get on it, for them to try to get off, it's almost like it's a gap in the hole between welfare and being financially independent. It doesn't. It's just a maintenance. You cannot do nothing with the quality of your life. So just hear me today as I want you to just go about your day and thinking, you know what? You may think you have it bad. You may have debt. You know, thousands of dollars in debt, credit card debt, card notes, bills you got to pay. But you got them. And there are people who have nothing. They have nothing. Not even a roof over their heads. And this is why I do what I do with the Forgotten Women Project, because people think that once women leave, or a man, whoever, once you leave that abusive situation and you're just trying to run for your life, things are over. It is not. You've got to rebuild your life back financially, mentally, emotionally, all of that. It's been a long road for me. It's been about 4 years now. And I'm going to school full time, and I'm building my organization, and I'm hustling, and I'm doing what I can. And you know why? Because I want to be able to be that person that says, here, you find that apartment, I'll make sure you get in it, and everything else will come. And that's what we want to do with what we have. Whatever little bit we have, that's what we want to do with it. So when you go out today, think about that. Be grateful for what you got, because when you think you got it bad, someone else has it worse. So I want to thank you all for joining me, taking time out of your schedule to jump on my Periscope. Please share this with anyone that you think needs to hear this. Share this with the world. People just need to know. And yeah, thank you, CJ. I appreciate you coming on this morning. So I've got to get going, but like I always say, go out and change the world. That's what we're here to do. All right, see you next time. Bye-bye.